Welcome to the Loose and Moose podcast.
I'm Luce.
And I'm Moose.
Two unlikely best friends that I guess love the sound of their own voice, so decided to hit recording.
Did you ever have any nicknames as a child?
Not really. Like, nothing like Moose. Like, there was a bit of play on Lucy. I got, from my parents, it used to be Lucy Lucinda. And then at school and stuff, anything that rhymes, so like Lucy Goosey, Lucy Juicy. I feel like that's it. No cool nicknames for me. Sorry. Unless they're cool. I don't know. What about you? Surely nothing other than Moose. Like, that's the ultimate nickname of all nicknames. You couldn't have anything else ever, right?
Well, I was kind of thinking like earlier. So like as a child, like same play on name. So real name is Christopher. And I had Christopher Robin.
Oh.
I had a couple, like, because I used to, you'd obviously agree with this, I used to pronounce things sometimes not right. So sometimes it sounded when I was saying my own name, like I got piss fart, because apparently Christopher, that's something that came from that. They used to call me Far a lot. And then apparently when I said Christopher, it sounded like Trevor. So the reason I thought of this is I got reminded recently of a story when I was young. With Trevor, I was it was actually in Port Lincoln, so close to where you were growing up, and I got lost in a shop, right? It was like a Kmart or whatever they had there, and apparently I was crying and someone found me, and when I was explaining my name, or when they asked me what my name was, they were paging over the thing like, oh, I've lost a little boy, Trevor, and instantly all of my family went to the fucking thing and
They knew it was you.
Yeah, what a ridiculous thing. So
yeah, because what little boy is called Trevor? Trevor's like an old man name.
So then obviously from then it stuck forever. So I feel like that's just funny because I haven't even thought of that for years. And it's like, I've always had random nicknames.
Yeah, why? What is it about you that you need a nickname?
So anyway, that's my thing of the week.
Anyway, that's your thing of the week, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, we're jumping right in. Wow. Okay, cool. No fuck it, it's funny this week?
No, I thought we'd just get started.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I wasn't even prepared. My thing of the week. Oh, yeah. No, my thing of the week is actually kind of similar, the mumbling thing maybe. There's this TikTok going around and his whole page is going up and interviewing people on the street and asking a question, and it kind of starts with normal English and then he mumbles deliberately. It's so funny because you get some people that clearly don't understand what he's saying. Like, he'll go up and he'll be like, so anyway, did you and then you do that and then end of it. And then these people, you can see them like staring, like clearly don't understand what he's saying, but some will play along and be like, yeah, so then I did this, and they'll pretend to answer the question, and it's so funny. But then some people, you can tell they think they're having a stroke or something. They're like,
yeah, let's get help.
Yeah, they're like, what? Say that again. And he'll say it again and mumble again. Oh. And then they'll go, no, sorry, I didn't understand what you said. And then he'll mumble again, and it's so funny. It is kind of like maybe a little bit mean when you think about it, but it's I have to show you, it's really funny. I can't remember the name like off the top of my head, but we'll put it up here.
Yeah, we'll find it.
Moose will put it up here with his amazing editing. But yeah, you need to go through and watch that TikTok because it's so funny. I just got stuck in a rabbit hole of watching all of them and all the different reactions. And I also wondered how I would react in real life. I think I would genuinely try, and I think I would think I'm the problem. Like, I can't understand, and he's talking normally, and I would just try and answer the question, which is so embarrassing.
You would throw so many sorries at that. Like, I'm so sorry that you're mumbling and I don't understand that. I'm sorry. Sorry?
What do you reckon you would do?
I don't know. I guess like these days with that, like you'd sort of see the camera part because like, is he filming or is someone filming?
No, because he set it up like that though. Like, hey, can I ask you a question on the internet?
So you still wouldn't know that he's fucking with you. Yeah. Okay.
So then they think, all right, I'm getting filmed. I got to get ready for this. And then they can't understand anything. And they're like, what?
I'd probably be asking if they're okay, similar to what you're saying. And then just be like, what the fuck's going on?
Am I okay?
Yeah.
Am I dying?
One of us is having a stroke. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, it's really funny. I'll show you later.
I'm slowly picking up my TikTok game. So yeah, now that I've got one, it's just, slowly.
Do you get the appeal yet?
It is like, I can see how people can get addicted to doing it because it is just so like in your face and fast, and it's just so varied, I guess, like, and I don't even like follow many people yet. It's just like what they're sending me. So I'm like, even that's interesting.
Has your algorithm started showing you stuff yet? So I feel like it takes a little bit to adjust, and then it will start showing you stuff that you didn't even know you needed.
Yeah. See, probably not yet, because I feel like all I'm going on there is like seeing what we're posting and then seeing if anyone's liking it so far. And then like I'll just quickly go through a couple. Like, that's fucking funny. So I just need to spend a little bit more time on it.
You're just on there to be the Lucid Moose Pod's favourite fan, best fan. No, but wait till you start seeing catered for you content. It's so good. It's so addictive.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I don't really have time to watch a movie, but then like 5 hours later, I'm still on TikTok.
Just one more.
Yeah, it's so bad, but so good.
Yeah, cool.
Anyway, if anybody saw last episode where I almost got dropped from the pod because I accidentally ghosted Moose for a couple of weeks, and he's just so dramatic and needy. I was sick and just wasn't replying to text messages because I was just out of it. Anyway, we haven't caught up in a while, and I have something to tell you. It's one of these, it's kind of like a new segment idea, honestly, because we've had jokes between us where anything happens, it's like, no, save it for the pod. And I think we have to have a segment that's save it for the pod, and it's just like a funny, interesting story.
Yeah.
That's what I've got for you today.
Fuck yeah. All right.
It's kind of also fitting into like a dating story segment and a cringe attack, because everything in my life is a cringe attack, obviously.
Triple threat. You found all of our little ears. All right. I'm all ears.
Yeah. So I don't know where to start. So in my apartment building, I met a man. He lives in this apartment building. I've said hello to him in passing, and he's always been friendly and nice, but never really had a conversation. And then recently I was getting ready to go out. So I had like a full face of makeup before I got sick. Just don't worry that I've abandoned you, ghosted you before I got sick. It's been a while.
This is the night you caught COVID.
I was getting ready to go out, and I had groceries arriving. So I was rushing down in the elevator with a full face of makeup, but I wasn't dressed or anything because I was like in a hurry. I'm heading down thinking they're a couple of minutes away, and then they're already calling me being like, we're here, where are you? And I'm like, yeah, sorry, I'm coming down now. So I walk out the elevator on ground level, and I'm greeted by this man that I've had a few passing conversations with. And he was very much like, oh, hello. Oh, how are you? And really wanting to start a conversation. And I don't know why I didn't just say, hey, I've got groceries coming. I need to go get them. He just was asking me a lot of questions, and I was just answering them. I don't know why. I just was. And he was asking me, oh, what are you up to? Are you going out? Like, I think he asked me what I do for work. And anyway, then he says, are you single? And just as he asks me if I'm single, the phone's ringing again, and it's the groceries being delivered. So, because no matter how attractive or how nice someone was, I just don't think I'd ever want to date someone that lives in the same apartment building as me. Like, just in case it could get messy.
Yep.
So I think I would have had a more calculated and smart response if I was thinking. But he's like, are you single? And just as he says that, the phone's ringing. So I'm like, yeah. And then I have to answer the phone.
I thought you were going to say like, nah, my boyfriend's calling.
I should have. That would have been so much better. So then I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm coming now, to the people with the groceries. And I'm like, I'm rushing off. And because I've just said, yeah, I'm single, he's like, oh, well, can I stay in contact with you then? Can I have your number? And I'm thinking, I don't want to give someone my number that I don't know and they live in the building. So then, this is probably worse though. I was like, oh yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, because it's like, it's already a public profile anyway. I just thought, I don't know.
Lucid Moose Pod.
It's all about promo for the pod. But yeah, no, legit. I just was like, yeah, follow me on Instagram. And then before I know it, he's got his phone out. I'm trying to go get my groceries, and then I'm giving him my Instagram, and I just feel so uncomfortable. Like, why? Like, I feel like since I've lived here, it's been a couple of months, I've only seen him a handful of times. Why did that exact interaction have to happen when I was not, in the right mind to answer correctly, like diplomatically? And so then, yeah, he followed me on Instagram, and then I got a message that night. It was great catching up with you, great talking to you. So I just thought, like, he didn't ask me a question or anything in the message. He just said, it was great talking to you. So I thought I can easily delay that and answer it another time. Because
sorry, I've been heaps busy because I'm moving.
Yeah, I could play that. Just pretend I just don't live here anymore. Just ghost him. I'm good at that, apparently.
Just make out you're carrying furniture down sometimes. Sorry, you won't see me much here.
Yeah. So, yeah, I thought I could easily get away with him just not opening the message and responding. But then something else happened. Yeah, just to make it worse. And I'm just like rotting in bed. I'm not getting up yet because I didn't need to. And I'd planned that. I'd planned like a rotting in bed morning. And I hear a knock at my door.
Oh, fuck.
And wait, you can only get into this apartment building if you have a code. So like if you live here or if someone's given you the code. So I just had a feeling it was him because like he's knocked on my door before. I was like, oh no. And I'm just going to pretend I'm not here. I'm just going to like ignore it. Because I don't want to answer the door to a stranger. And especially like I was in...
You're sick as well.
Yeah, and my hair, like I was like in my sleeping clothes, you know? So I just was like pretending I wasn't there. And then he just kept knocking. And it was little quiet knocks. And then it was getting louder and louder and louder. And I was like, I think it's him. But then like who else could it be? I don't know. Then I look at my phone and he is calling me and on Instagram. But I was like, again, I can kind of get away with like not answering that, I guess, because like, I can pretend I didn't see it. It's Instagram. And then messaging me. And I didn't look at any of the messages or anything. And I was like, I'm just going to get up and have a shower. Hopefully he'll heal the shower and just go away. When I finally get out, I see messages from my landlord and him. And it's like, oh, hey, your car is a bit too close to mine and I can't get in it to leave the building. Can you please move your car?
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm. So then I instantly feel so bad because I deliberately ignored him thinking he just wanted to talk to me because he wanted to date me or whatever. And I'm like, I'm such a fucking bitch. So then I just instantly feel so bad and I start responding and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I was in the shower. But then Mans goes, oh, it's okay. I took my other car.
What?
Yeah. So all that effort to bother me and keep knocking and calling my landlord when you have another car that you could take anyway? What?
Yeah, wow. You definitely ticked all of the boxes. I'm feeling icky.
It's gross, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like I said, just no matter how nice or attractive or whatever someone is, if they live in your building, I just think that would be icky and not a good idea. And
There's
now,
a lot that can go wrong.
Yeah. But then it made me think as well, what do you think, like what's the etiquette? Are you allowed to be in your own home and just not answer the door? Because you didn't consent to someone knocking on your door. So are you allowed to ignore it or is that rude?
I think you 100% can.
Yeah.
Like, who knows what someone's going through or what's going on, or it's the safe space.
Yeah. And like, I think a lot of people would think it's rude though. Like, how dare they not answer when I know they were inside? But it's just, I don't know.
If you haven't answered straight away though, then surely someone would be like, all right, cool. There's something stopping this person from answering right now.
Yeah.
I need to chill.
Yeah. Or what if I actually wasn't home?
Yeah.
Like there is a lot of times where my car's still here, but I'm out.
Yep.
Like
could be someone else staying here, you're at work, and like for them, anyway, there's heaps of things, but you don't just keep going.
Straight. And then because I'm just paranoid and I live alone, I'm like, oh, what if he fucking breaks the door down? So I've been sleeping with like a door stop and then like a thing in front of my door.
Dave Grohl. No one's breaking in when Dave's here.
Yeah, he breaks the door down and there's just a cardboard cutout of Dave Grohl. Yeah, I'll just post a photo with him. He'll surely just think that's my actual boyfriend.
Yeah.
All right, so the verdict is you're allowed to not answer the door.
Yep.
Okay, cool. That's good to know.
All right, speaking of segments, it's time to rehash a fuck yes or fuck no.
Ooh.
So I'm thinking, is it a fuck yes or fuck no for greeting people with hugs? And if there's boundaries there, like is it certain friends? Is it family? Is there times that you wouldn't do that? Feels.
I'm a fuck yes for all of the above. I always greet people with a hug.
Yep.
And do you greet everyone with a hug? Because we would greet each other with a hug, but yeah, is that an everyone thing for you?
I'm pretty close to an everyone thing. Like the only times I guess I wouldn't is maybe if we haven't before.
Yeah.
Because for me, I do it so much where I'm like, okay, if we haven't done that, then it's probably not a thing. But no, I'm pretty much for a hug.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh my God, that reminds me of a really awkward story from years ago. This is what I mean about cringe attacks that haunt me years later. Do you want to hear it?
Yes, of course I want to fucking hear it.
Yeah.
We want to hear it.
Oh, yeah. I remember it was like the year after I finished high school and I saw two girls from high school. And one was like, oh my God, Lucy. And I like ran over, oh my God, to hug her. And yeah, big hug for greeting. And then the girl next to her, also a girl I went to high school with, I was like, oh my God, hug, first girl. And then I go, oh my God, hug to the second girl. And this was the reaction I got. So imagine, actually, can we reenact? Can you go to hug me? Like that's legit what she did. Legit with that face. Like as it was one of the most uncomfortable interactions of my whole entire life.
That's
and
fucked.
The other girl was like obviously feeling so uncomfortable and is laughing like it's Lucy, like as if she maybe didn't know who I was or something, didn't recognize me. But the girl didn't really say anything and it was just so uncomfortable. So then me and the first girl just had a conversation and then I just left.
She goes back in for another hug to make up for the first one.
Yeah. I feel like that probably did happen, honestly. But that... Like, isn't that so uncomfy?
Yeah.
Like, if someone was hugging me and I maybe didn't know who they were, but they were genuinely like that, I would probably just hug them
You still want
back.
to do like just a quick one to...
Yeah, just to be like, oh, I don't know who you are, but whatever.
That's like with the different handshakes and fist bumps and shit. Like, I only now go for fist bumps.
Oh, really?
Like, because I think it's just like you've got normal guy, the cooler guy, and then that. I'm just like,
Wait,
if I just go out like that and you do the power move of just doing it, you can't fuck it up. Unless people go for the handshake.
What's the normal guy and the cool guy, though?
So normal guys just, like that. But then, like, you give a couple of these ones.
Who's cool doing that?
Me, obviously. I feel like a lot of people do. Like, we had one the other day at work where you do that and, like, you hear, like, it popped as well. And it's just like, then everyone's like, oh fuck, that's got a bit of pop to it. You know what I mean? And then, like, a bit of a hug as well. And
yeah.
I think, like, unless I really know them and we do that, it's just so much easier to go boom. And with COVID, I guess it's nice now because everyone just did that. And then it's just, it's clean.
Have you seen this other one that you do? So, like, give me a fist bump right now.
That's icky.
Yeah, it's so weird, isn't it? I love it.
Yeah, fuck. I don't. It's like the very nice version of the gear stick. But anyway, yeah, fuck. But no, hugs, fuck yeah. So both fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Love hugs.
Yeah.
Except when I ask your children for hugs and they're like, nah. It's like 50-50.
Yeah.
It just depends what mood they're in.
Yeah.
Which they're allowed to say no, it's fine. It just kills my soul a little bit. I'm like, oh, you don't love me. Perfect. Great.
Cool. You gave me a cringe attack at 12:30 tonight. Perfect.
Do you know what else I had a cringe attack about, actually?
Oh, fuck. No?
I had my Stanley Cup and Levi, your 3-year-old, he was intrigued. He was like, what is this? Because it's basically as big as he is. And he was sitting there and then before I know it, he waltzes along and then leans over to take a big sip. And I had a cold sore and I've just been getting over COVID. So I was like, quickly like, no, and put my hand over the straw. And then he got all upset and offended and I felt so bad. Like I was the worst person ever.
Fuck.
But it was also really funny the way he just kind of leaned in to take a big sip.
Yeah. Imagine if he did and then like you were the one that gave him the cold sore virus.
So glad that didn't happen. I wouldn't, you'd never see me again. Then it would definitely be the Moose podcast.
Lucy's died from too many cringes. It's finally caught up.
I have another thing I've been waiting to bring up. It's a bit of a confrontation. It's like confronting Moose. That's another segment idea. Confronting.
Oh, perfect. My favourite.
It's just funny. I'm not actually offended, but it's funny to joke about me being offended.
Let me just grab the mouth guard.
Yeah, get ready. You know when you have like a really, really exciting or interesting thing to tell somebody and you're really excited and it's that exciting that you don't want to send it in a text. You want to wait till you see them in person. So I had that with one of our mutual friends recently. And, I really was excited to tell him something, but I just hadn't seen him in a little bit. And finally saw him and I'm like, oh, my God, I have something to tell you. And he's like, oh, what? And I've built it up as this big thing. And then I start saying it and he goes, oh, yeah, Moose told me.
And it was way funnier than what you were about to tell.
Yeah. No, you would have butchered the delivery.
We got that. All right, fuck. I need to know who it was. Maybe not what it was.
Can you bleep it out?
Yeah.
It was the thing. I was so excited to tell him and I thought there's no way I can send that in a text. But yeah, you got to him first. You took all the glory.
Fuck. That was not my story to tell.
Yeah, exactly. And then I thought, okay, that's okay. There's someone else I can tell. No, somebody else completely different. Oh. So I was betrayed by two of my friends. Perfect.
Oh. I guess that's what you get for not talking to anyone for a couple of weeks. Like, life moves on, I guess.
Do you know what I'm really disappointed about?
What?
I had something to ask you for our New Year's resolutions episode and I totally forgot. Do you think it's okay to ask now?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Bring it on.
I just think it might be interesting for you to share. I always hear about this time in your life when you said that your routine was getting up in the morning and being so dedicated in your job that all you would do is like drive to work listening to like lessons in the car about how to be better at your job. And then you just... all the stories I hear about you were just like so next level in all the extra things you would do to be so good at your job as a salesperson. So you would listen to how to be better at selling and then you would be going around. I don't know. I just want to know more about like what you used to do in that time because you're still like that now. But are people embellishing and like that's not how crazy you were or were you that crazy?
I was pretty next level. Not as in next level good, but like intrigued of just like gathering all this knowledge. So I had an amazing store manager that we've both had and we crossed paths at like the most amazing moment. Like I was so eager to learn. I was getting all these sort of like little, not even really promotions, but like trial stuff. Like I was temping around. So I needed to prove myself. What I really loved of them was like he had like so 100 best sales closes, 100 ways to stay motivated. So I would take that one and they're all in like little 10 or 15 second shorts. And it would be like, I would play them non-stop and it'll be all these like little things that everyone does. But if you're thinking about what you're doing, it would just like magnify things. So I'd listen to that like, and he said to do this, it'd be like 30-minute drive to work or whatever. So you listen to that for 20 minutes and you may take one or two of them that is like then the mantra for today.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, all right, for the last 10 minutes, listen to whatever the fuck you want. So I'll listen to your death metal band that's coming up and it would get me jacked up, right? So I would just do that non-stop. And then like I'd get to work and my boss would be super stoked that I am like intrigued what they're in and we would just be creating this thing. And it honestly did take like my confidence level in that space to like another level. And it still works now. Like, and you'd be the same, but like for us as coaches, they'd be like, you know, oh, you do this so well. And it's like, of course, like everyone just learns shit. Like, it's not like I made this stuff up. It's not even like these people that I learned it from would have made it up. Like they all take these little bits and make it next level. So I was definitely in one of those stages where I was just like absolutely like engrossed with books and audio podcasts and just all of these things for growth. That was pretty cool.
Cool. Yeah, it's just like, you're still like that now, but that when I hear about that time in your life, you're just taking everything to the next level. Yeah, and it's really cool. It's really motivating. It
kind of like all those like little one-liners and like what I sort of pride myself on with always like, you know, put me on the spot and like let's do things. Like that's all from just learning like that. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, there's so much good stuff. Like if anyone's interested in that sort of stuff, just literally jump on YouTube and start searching it, and it's just like it's amazing.
Yeah, because I love to now think. If you're not doing that stuff, what are you doing? Because no matter how good anybody is, you can always be better. There's something 100%. That you can always be better at.
Yeah.
And if you're not striving for that, what are you doing?
Yeah, 100%. So I don't know. I definitely recommend it. It's not for everyone, but that's because it's hard. And you know what I mean? Like the people
That's
that want to
true.
do it will do it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think like success is obviously from wanting to continue to get better. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. It's nice to stumble across that every now and then
Yeah.
as well. Like if I'm ever in a funk, I'm like, all right, cool. What was I doing when I wasn't in a funk,
Yeah.
right? And it could be going back to one of them. You're like, oh fuck, that's so funny. And a lot of the stuff was like not relatable to what we do. So it's like you would take it, put it through a filter that's like, none of that's going to work for me. I can't say that. You know what I mean? But what I can do is this, and then it's pretty cool. And you'd know this once you tell someone that story, and then they do something with it. You're like, oh my god, you know what I mean? Like that's the learning process. Like once you've taught someone, you've mastered that. But yeah, I don't know if that answers it, but
yeah, I just wanted more insight into it because I was thinking about New Year's resolutions and how to be better and all that, and I just remembered that this crazy moose guy that I always heard about, who was just like really, really next level. It
was cool content. I think. I don't know. Since like we all do a lot of driving and stuff like that, like it's like you joke about me being on the treadmill and doing other things. I'm like, well, that's kind of the point. Like, learn that shit when you're doing stuff that's boring.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not, you're in a car, you're in transit, or you're on a treadmill, like you've got time to do other stuff because what you're doing is heaps fucking boring anyway.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the time that I've always challenged myself to like I could learn now.
Just as you were talking, then I was obviously listening very intently, but it just my mind wandered to something else. As you're talking, I'm listening to you and I'm nodding and I'm saying yeah. I saw a TikTok the other day that said that that's apparently rude, and subconsciously when you're talking to someone and saying yeah, they think that you're trying to hurry them up. Do you think that? Do you understand that? Because I just thought I'm showing someone I'm really intently listening to them, and it's such an ingrained habit of mine. I always do it. I'm like, yep. And then, I'm so paranoid now that I'm upsetting people subconsciously.
I honestly think both answers are right because I think it's good and you're engaged, but like how many times, and you telling me that, I'm like, I've definitely done that to be like, I needed to get out of this conversation. Like I already know the ending. Like I'm just trying to be like, yep. Because if you say something else, then the story would just keep going and going and going. So I can see how that could be, but I feel like we all do it, right? And now I'm going to question every time I'm doing it, and we're going to do it a lot here. So
I've been questioning it, and then this TikTok said instead you should nod really enthusiastically. So now that's what I'm doing.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I love and hate that shit. Like, as in for the next couple of days, we'll just now be not, wanting to say yes or nod when people are talking.
And when you're so like hyper aware of something you're doing.
Yeah. I reckon to close us out, I've been sitting on this for a little bit and I just think we can bring it up and it's going to be fucking funny and infuriating. So I'm thinking like just some sayings that people do, including me, that just make no fucking sense, that annoy me.
Yeah.
Keen?
Yeah.
All right, rapid fire. I'm so
ready.
sorry to my lovely wife. When someone's like angry and they'll be like, I tell you what. And then they put a full stop there. Like, fucking what? You'll tell me what? You've stopped saying what you're going to tell me.
So what does she say? I'll tell you what, and that's it.
That's it. Like, a lot to the kids and stuff. Like, if they're like, upset, I'll be like, Lucy, I'll tell you what.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get
like,
that.
Just fucking say it. Like,
yeah.
And I'm now like, she'll hate this, but I'm always like, well, tell me. Like, what? Like, what? Putting you on the spot, but have you got any that...
Oh, yeah. Mine's probably more when I hate when people get things wrong, like sayings wrong. Like my biggest ick ever is when people say I could care less. Because
makes no sense.
It's fucking wrong. What do you mean? If you could care less, that means that you care a lot because you could care less. The saying is I couldn't care less. It's saying I don't care about you. I couldn't care less about you if I tried. I'm getting really angry. I didn't mean to get so angry.
No, bring the fucking anger on.
It pisses me off so much. Like, just grow up and learn how to talk.
The whole time I'm thinking, like, the amount of shit that I fuck up or write wrong. It is what it is.
Yeah, I fucking hate that one too.
Like, what is and what do you mean it is what it is?
What does that actually mean? Actually, Jerry Seinfeld had a good bit about this on his stand-up when I went and saw him in person.
Yeah.
He said something like, what about it is what it isn't? Who said it is what it is? Maybe it is what it isn't.
It fucking sounds better.
Yeah.
Sounds heaps better.
Yeah. And it's just funny, like, because when you really think about it, why do people say that? It is what it is. Yeah, no, fucking shit, it is what it is. What else is it going to be? It is what it isn't? No, it's going to be it is what it is.
We don't need you to agree with it anyway.
And then also, like when you have a genuine problem and somebody replies with "it is what it is," it's like, oh, that's so helpful.
Perfect.
Thank you
Fixed
so
it.
much.
I really appreciate you.
Yeah, perfect.
All right, let's get fucking personal. I had to caption this one, and I'm like, I had to rewatch it like 7,000 times to be like, what the fuck did you just say? Man's not a better beer drinker? Like, what the fuck? Man's. And you said it weird too.
Man's.
Like, what does it mean? Like, just you put a little apostrophe and an S on it, even though it should just be man?
I don't know what it means. I just...
There's the problem.
Shout out Oscar. This is our friend Oscar's thing, and I just said it because he says it, and I don't really know. I just think it sounds funny. Like, instead of saying Moose is not a dog person, it's funnier to say Mans is not a dog person.
That's the fucking clip.
Yeah.
You haven't seen it? Go back, episode 2 or the shorts.
And just a reminder, because I love to remind everybody, Moose doesn't like dogs.
Yeah, fuck them. And fuck that word too. We're getting heaps angry.
It's a bit slang. Like, it's not really... It's not like a saying that everyone says. It's just, I don't know, some Gen Z thing. Again, thanks, Oscar.
I feel like before we finish up, that I've now opened the door, so surely there's something that I do.
I think you just did it.
Oh, fuck.
Say that again?
Surely there's something that I do?
I think you fixed it on that one. It's a mooseism. You say it sometimes. It's just what does something end in? Does it end in a G or a K?
Ooh. Am I going to question my life now?
Do you not know that you say that?
Something.
You say something.
Something. Fuck.
Not all the time, just sometimes.
Okay, perfect. I can't wait just to be editing every time I say that word that's now just removed.
Did you not know?
I'm sure when I watch it back, I'm like, oh, fuck, okay, fuck you, Lucy, you're right. That's something that I say.
It's not bad. I just have noticed it before, and I thought, oh, Moose. Cute. Poor little Moose doesn't know how to spell or speak.
What else does he need? Let's start a podcast with him.
I guess head to socials, head to the comments. Let us know if you have any of those sayings that you hate or pet peeves or anything like that.
Or can they fucking start roasting us? I want to get some roasts. There's some shit. You guys are watching it. Like something that Luce does, obviously. That's like something I can bring up next week. Bring it on.
There would be nothing about Moose at all, would there? No, definitely
that shit's been edited out clean. 7's my favourite number 2, so next episode is going to be massive.
Nice. The roast of Luce and Moose.